SEAMAAC's community garden called Growing Homes Garden has a lot of partnership around here, but one of the key components to keeping an urban garden safe and vibrant on this block here on Emily Street, it cannot work without supportive neighbors.
So SEAMAAC has been helping the community for over 40 years now. It stands for Southeast Asian Mutual Assistance Association Coalition. They serve over 40 different countries, over 42 distinct linguistic cultures. They've just been helping people for a long time. They helped my family growing up. Just thought it was a great opportunity to give back.
SEAMAAC is hosting Power to help us clean the garden beds and winterize it for the winter season so that when the spring season, the growing season begins, the beds are healthy and ready to rock.
There's lots of opportunities here to use different skill sets as well. We have people building things, we have people just weeding, we have people doing whatever they can to contribute.
It's always much more meaningful to SEAMAAC when we have an organization that we partner with takes enough interest and care in the financial contribution that they make to actually come and visit. There's really no substitute for actually being here, feeling the earth, getting your hands dirty. We really appreciate Power HRG.